Works to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Scott, would you start us off?
Stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Nina, would you please do the roll call?
Member Collins?
Here.
Member Lewis?
Here.
Member Young Johnson?
Here.
Member Williams?
Here.
Mayor Lynch?
Here. We have the approval of minutes. Can we do those together, Dan, or
You
do
can.
we need to do them
We
separately?
can do them together.
If everybody's okay, we'll do the March 8th and 22nd at the same time, unless there are questions.
Make a motion to approve the minutes from March 8th and March 22nd, 2022.
I second that motion.
We have a motion by Scott, seconded by Joetta. Are there any questions? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We have no unfinished business. I'm going to move the agenda around a little bit. Under new business, we have Pastor Sluter's request for Founder Square.
Thank you, Mayor Lynch. I'm representing the Faith Action Network today from the City of Portage. And on May the 5th is the National Day of Prayer. We'd like to use Founder Square to have our National Day of Prayer there for the city to be invited out at 6 o'clock. We did this last year also.
Would you repeat what day that is?
That's Thursday, May the 5th?
It's the first Thursday in May, World Day of Prayer.
Yes.
And what
Is that one of
time?
the special events that's on here?
No,
Okay.
it's not on there, and we realize it's like only an hour or so, but we did
Okay.
want to have it on there, so it's not on there, sorry.
Okay. And what time is it?
6 o'clock is what they're targeting for.
6 p.m.?
Yes, 6 p.m.
I make a motion that we approve the day of prayer on May 5th, Thursday at 6 p.m.
I second.
We have a motion by Joetta, seconded by Stephanie. Are there any questions, discussion? We'll just pray for warm weather for you. All in
Yeah.
favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. There you
All
go.
right, thank you, board. Have a great
Thank
day.
you.
Yep.
You too, Pastor. So we have the bid for crack sealing.
Good morning, Mayor Lynch, members. Great to see everybody this morning. Yes, we opened bids for crack sealing at the May 24th meeting. The departments had an opportunity to review those, and I believe Attorney Witten has as well. It'd be staff's recommendation to approve or recommend the project be awarded to the lowest responsible bidder, being Russell Standard, in the amount of $59,502.
Make a motion that we accept the lowest responsive bidder of Russell Standard for the crack sealing project.
I second that motion.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any questions? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Thank you.
Well, when will they start? Are they like on the same schedule as the paving?
We don't know at this point. Now that we've awarded, we'll get on their schedule for work, and we'll report back to the commission or the board when we have that information.
Okay, thanks, AJ.
You're welcome.
We have multiple tag day requests. We have one for Portage Robotics. Do you just come forward and tell us a little bit about that?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Mayor Lynch and the board. I see some familiar faces. I teach and coach at Portage High School for Portage Robotics, and it was an outgrowth of our STEM curriculum that kind of pushed me out of coaching track and field because the responsibilities. And a few years ago, pre-COVID, we did a tag day, and it was on Central and Irving, and it was very successful, and it was a great way to get us better introduced to the community and have that interaction, and that's very important to us. And so this year, we've been super blessed to qualify 2 teams for the World Championships in Dallas. And this is a little different than Louisville the past few years, so we're looking at a lot of different logistics. And so I've got a fantastic group of parents and a booster club that's backing us, and we're multi-pronged in our way to finance it, but we've got a big price tag. And so we'd like to get back out in the community again. I think our application was April 30th from 9 to 3 at Irving Street. And we'll bring out some enthusiastic kids and some posters, maybe set a robot on the curb. We don't want to cause an accident by having people turning their heads. But it was just a great experience for all of us, and we're asking permission to do it again.
Your kids are doing a great job. I mean, that is amazing. Didn't we have a demonstration here at the council one night?
We did.
We did.
We did. Every new crop of kids that comes in continues to impress. And for me, sometimes I just got to get out of their way. So, and that's...
How many
make a
kids are,
motion.
go ahead,
I'm sorry.
Jamie, I'm sorry.
I'll make a motion that we approve the tag day for the robotics club so they can raise their money and go to Dallas and win there.
Yeah, go win, go get it. I'll second that motion.
We have a motion by Jamie, seconded by Scott. Is there any further discussions? How many kids are going?
We have 9 kids that are going. All the parents said, we're going too. We found some flights on Southwest, and so we're going to kind of divide and conquer when we get there. And 2 teams in the same division is the most we've sent. And we barely missed getting a 3rd team there. So and they're all underclassmen, which was very impressive.
And when are you traveling there?
We're going to be traveling May 4th, and we'll be through 4th through the 8th, and we'll be coming home then early in the morning. We'll bring it in early.
Well, congratulations and good luck.
Well, thank you, and we appreciate the support and ability to get back out in the community and do this. It means a lot to us. Thank you.
Good.
You're welcome.
Well, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Good luck, keep us posted.
Will do.
Be safe traveling. We have some special requests. We have Sandpiper Cooperative Preschool event.
Hi.
Hi.
So we, every year, this is our 14th year doing a beer and wine tasting. We're a nonprofit preschool in Ogden Dunes, so this is our big fundraiser. It helps keep our tuition low. But the big thing is we use outside vendors, so Leroy's Hot Stuff and Pat's Liquors. Liz that owns Pat's Liquors, they hire in outside liquor vendors. So we had to get approval to have the outside vendors. So Leroy got a liquor license and a food license for the event. And that's
So
the
you
same
did
way
get a 1-day liquor license for this
Right,
event?
that's the same way we do it every year. We held
Okay.
it last year at the Lakefront Pavilion and did it that way as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and Leroy and Liz run it every year with the liquor and the food license.
And what have we done as far as security in the past?
So last
since
year
this-
we had 2 Portage police officers there that stayed in the parking lot for the duration of our event. So it's from 6, our tickets say 6 to 10 p.m., but we do a silent auction. Our last auction table ends at 9 p.m. So usually like 9:30, 9:45, we're closing it up.
Okay, so you will have the officers there again this year?
Right, that's the plan, to have an
Good.
officer there.
All right.
And is your, the beer and wine, is that kind of an enclosed area? Is it enclosed?
It's at the Lakefront front pavilion. So last year what we did is we fenced off around there's like an outside fire pit. So we fenced off around that area so we could use it and people could have alcohol out there. And any of the openings between the brick pillars were fenced off so that people couldn't walk in and out. There's only one entrance and exit, which is where the tickets were, because you have to have tickets and show ID to get in.
Ted, did you have something to bring up?
Actually, I just need to talk to her when she's finished, so I can give her the information on who to contact and how they're gonna have to make arrangements to pay the officers.
Thank you. Well, I make a motion to approve this event. Evidently, it's been beneficial for 14 years.
Yeah, we made almost $15,000 doing it last year.
Excellent.
Wow. I second that motion.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion by Scott, seconded by Jamie. Is there any further questions? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
We have Girls on the Run.
Good morning. My name is Jill Schleter-Kim. I'm the Executive Director of Girls on the Run, and we are celebrating our 15th year here in Northwest Indiana. At the end of each season, we have 2 celebratory 5Ks, and we are looking to host our second 5K of the season on Sunday, May 15th at the Portage YMCA. The route will start and finish at the Y, and it goes onto the bike path and goes just a little bit past Airport Road, and then turn around and come back. So we're only crossing one big street. The girls will start running at at noon. The event starts at 10. We have festivities for the girls, like face painting and DJ and Zumba, things like that. Just a fun event.
So did you say you're going to be crossing one street?
One street, yeah, on the bike path at Airport Road.
So you're going to be crossing Airport?
Yes, yes, they will cross there.
Has that been a problem in the past, Ted? Any,
Again, we do regard, we're not gonna stop traffic on Airport Road. But if, obviously people on the bikes and people on the cars would have to cooperate just like everybody else on the bike.
Right. We will have a big volunteer presence at that crossing for sure.
okay.
We know that that's an issue.
Some people are really nice at that crossing and some are not.
Right, for sure, yep.
Have you had any problems before?
We have it, this will be our second time having it at the Y, but that was actually probably 8 years ago that we had it here, so it's been a while. And that year we did it in the neighborhood, so we really limited the amount of time anybody will be on a road this year. I shouldn't be an issue. This is our 15th year. We've hosted probably 50 plus 5Ks over the years, so we do have it down pretty well. So we feel confident we can keep everyone safe.
So is your start time all at the same time, or do they start in staggered groups?
They will stagger just by a few minutes, just so we can keep them spread out a little bit, because the bike path is a little more narrow than a big street. So we do what we call wave starts for our 5Ks. There are about 250 girls who will be there, and a lot of them bring a buddy, so we're anticipating at max about 500 runners and walkers.
Yeah.
I want to make a motion that we approve the event on May 15th for the Girls on the Run of Northwest Indiana.
I second.
We have a motion by Jamie, seconded by Stephanie. Are there any further questions? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank
Good
you so
luck.
much.
Hope you have great weather.
Thank you.
We have Fighting MS with Stephanie. Are you here, Stephanie? Okay.
Hi, I am here to seek approval for use of the bike trail for June 4th, Saturday, for the MS 5K, 10K Warrior Dash benefiting MS Run the US. I have MS myself. I was in the Centennial Relay in Portage. I grew up in Portage, and so I'd like to bring Portage into part of this. As a relay runner of MS Run the US, I am raising funds for people who have MS who are in need of things like wheelchairs and modifications to their home for their wheelchairs, things that insurance companies typically don't cover. And so this event is part of the MS Run the US need to help those people with MS.
And the race is strictly on the bike trail?
It crosses Lindbergh Road is the only crossing, and that will be with volunteer assistance, of course.
Yeah, people clip
Okay.
along there pretty good.
I had run, there was a race done by Fleet Feet that crossed the same street.
Okay.
And I saw their volunteer presence, and it was very successful, and I know that we'll be able to do the same.
Okay.
I don't think there seems to be as much, when I ride the trail a lot, that crossing, people go, but the traffic isn't as intense as what I worry about at the airport.
It
You can
is.
kind of see them coming.
Good point.
Okay.
Also, I should mention, our timer, Mike Knopp, is of Pretzel City Sports, and he's done a lot, I mean, great, fabulous named races, so he's very, ready to handle those situations. Also, one of our relay runners.
I make a motion to,
I'm sorry.
go ahead, Jamie.
I'll make a motion to approve the Fighting MS 1 mile at a time on June 4th.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you. May I approach each of you and give you
You may.
information? Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there going to be running involved? I won't be one of those.
Okay, we have Portage Live. That you're up, Jose.
Good morning, everybody. Mayor,
morning.
Board. So I'm Jose. I'm the president of Portage Live, which is it's been renamed from Portage Live Entertainment Association. If you're familiar with that, we do the concerts in the park here on Tuesday nights. We've been doing it for a long time, and we've been in business for about 30 years. So I think a few of you know who we are. So I'm up here to ask if we can have or utilize Founders Square for 3 dates, second Sunday of June, July, and August, which is the 12th, the 10th, and the 14th. So June 12th, June 10th, July 10th, and August 14th, from the hours of 2 to 9, to put on concerts for the community. These are free for everybody at no cost to the city. Unless you want to give us some money, but that's okay, we'll take it. And we will have food trucks as well. Since we're a not-for-profit, we cannot charge the food trucks a fee, so they've agreed to set up the food trucks there. It's going to be Tocayos, who's from Portage, the Puerto Rican, who's from Portage, and somebody requested Fat Guy Fries. I don't know who did that, but that they've already agreed that they can do it. We've got the first Sunday already lined up with a few of everybody's favorites like Elvis, Neil Diamond, Frank Sinatra, and so on and so on. I've already spoken with Peachtree Commons, which is Leo Hatch's area. They have all approved that we can use that for overflow parking, as well as Leo, which was a long conversation, if you know Leo. But it was well worth it. So we've got their approval to use it. We will ask, though, if we can, Ted, if we can have an officer there to at least guide some of the crosswalk if we do have people parking. Other than that, the bathrooms to be open, of course, for the use for the facilities, and power. So that's about it.
Ted?
I have you guys are serving alcohol as well, as on the form?
We will not be serving alcohol because we don't have a liquor license. We're hoping we can get somebody to serve alcohol.
That would be something.
If anybody has a bar at home.
It's going to have to be something that's determined if they want a police presence for alcohol, for security with alcohol. So what I'll do is I'll give you Captain Lawson's contact information, and you guys will be able to arrange for what it'll cost and how to.
Yeah, we're not at that point yet because we don't know if we can use it yet. So if once we say yes, then we'll move forward with everything else. Okay.
I make a motion that we approve Portage Live's request for Founders Square on the 3 dates, June 12th, July 10th, and August 14th, with the understanding if they are going to serve alcohol, they work that out with our police department.
Yes.
I second that motion.
A motion by Scott, seconded by Joetta. Are there any further questions? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have B1 Church. Chad?
Good morning. I'm Chad with V1 Church. We're seeking permission to rent the Founders Square for July 9th. What we're doing is we're going to be having a community church event, so we're inviting all the local churches in Portage area, pretty much Northwest Indiana is what we're trying to attract to the event. What we're thinking it would be on Saturday, July 9th. We'll probably use the facility between 4 and 10 o'clock. We want to contract Portage Police Department for security for it, just so we have no issues with anything. Probably about 250 to 400 people is probably the size of the event it's going to be, and that's pretty much what we're doing. We're actually in the process of purchasing the old Lutheran church right now to have a church here. Yeah, on Portage Avenue. Right now we're renting a building in Hobart, the Hobart Art Theater, every Sunday morning for our services. But hopefully by the time this event comes around, we will be in the building here in Portage, and get it fixed up and going. So this is kind of like a kickoff for the new church too for us. So, any questions?
So the community church service that you're having,
Mhm.
you're looking to invite, you said, other churches from Northwest
Yes.
Indiana just to fellowship with you?
Yeah,
or-
so what it is what we're doing is we're going to have a few of these events around the country actually, but we're trying to connect churches in the community with each other, so it helps build up the local churches along with ours and local churches, and we're doing this in other states. So we're inviting everybody, every denomination, everything, because we just want to bring everybody together and give everybody opportunities. We're going to be using local like worship teams and different things like that from other churches to partner also. So we're really trying to make it like a kind of group, like community revival kind of thing. So yeah.
Will you be having any food at your
No.
event? No food.
Not unless somebody brings it in their purse or backpack.
Okay.
Well, I make a motion to approve the community church service on July 9th.
I second.
We have a motion by Joetta, seconded by Stephanie. Are there any further questions? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have firefighters local 3151. Hello, guys.
Hello, my name is Scott Klein. I'm president of Portage Firefighters Local 3151. I'm actually I'm under the impression that the request I was going to make today has already been approved. So if you don't want me to run you through the rigmarole, I won't. But if you do, I will gladly explain.
What is it?
The second opinion on the work comp claim.
Yeah, that's, I think we're done with that.
Done. I found out this morning,
Yeah.
unofficially, that it was approved. So
I think that's correct. I think that's
okay.
correct.
So if we're good to go with that, then I don't need to waste any time.
Sounds good
Okay.
to me.
Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
I don't know about the rest of it. This is good. Good job.
We have bulk item appeals. Randy?
Oh, man, there are.
Yay.
Yes.
Nice.
Everybody put stuff where it's supposed to be.
We have the claims. Everybody get a chance to go through those? Scott, are your questions answered?
Yes.
Okay.
I make a motion that we approve the claims for $2,402,170.67.
We just actually, Norma was able to get an invoice for fireworks. We need to make a down payment for that. So we need to add $5,000 to this claim.
Okay.
The document, please.
I'll amend my motion to include payment for fireworks of $5,000, adding to the $2,402,170.67.
And I just want to make it clear that the PEP group, our event coordinating group, we have the $5,000. This was donated money, so it's not taxpayer money.
Great.
Thank you. I second that motion.
We have a motion by Scott, seconded by Joetta. Are there any further questions?
I do have a couple of questions on page 7 where the inter-fund operating transfers.
You said page 7?
Yeah. I guess one of the questions I had was the date filed is January. And it's just now showing up, is that?
You're talking about the
Governmental.
There's the top
first 3 items?
Right.
Okay.
The interfund operating transfers.
It's about 1.3 million.
I don't know why the date is like that, to be honest with you. It's standard payroll, so we have a separate payroll fund in our general account, so we have to do transfers.
But this transfer took place months ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why.
But is that part of the 2 million that's in here? So it
wouldn't have showed up before, right?
No,
Okay.
no. No, it won't show twice.
I do see out here the building department, correction tape and paper, $309. Could you guys make less mistakes? Just kidding.
Good one, Jamie.
Just trying to help.
Is everybody okay?
Yep.
We have a motion by Scott.
Joetta seconded it.
Joetta seconded it. Is there any further questions? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. There you go. Major illness claims, Dan.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. There are 6, I believe, that I've signed off on, so I would ask that the board approve those 6.
I make a motion that we approve the 6 major illness claims that Attorney Witten has reviewed.
I second that motion.
We have a motion by Scott, seconded by Joetta to approve major illness claims. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Is there any other business to come before this board?
Madam Mayor, Randy Reeder from the Portage Street
Hi.
Department. Permission approach?
Yep.
We apologize for not having this on the agenda, but it's a piece of equipment that the street department is seeking. The documents that you have are solicited quotes that we have gathered. One was from Equipment Marketing Company. Another one was from, well, I'll start with from the marketing company out of Cloverdale, Indiana, and that was we're seeking it's called a total patcher. It's for the roads for Portage, and it's a much, well, it speaks for itself. Darren could answer any questions on this equipment. He's got experience with his previous job history with the toll road as a supervisor there. So, but the 3 quotes that we got was from Cloverdale, Indiana, the Equipment Marketing Company, with a total price of $90,400. The other quote we got was from Road Repair Equipment Parts and Services from Jackson, Mississippi. The same piece of equipment for a total price of $95,300. And the other solicited quote was from Hampton Equipment for a total price of $95,000 for the same piece of equipment. We're seeking permission from the board upon verifying the balance from the MVH restricted fund. Once we verify the balance, taking those funds and purchasing this piece of equipment. So
It would need to be wheel tax. It'll need to be wheel tax.
Wheel tax? Okay.
thank you for getting these 3 quotes, Randy. It's great that you're being competitive. My question would be on where you have to utilize wheel tax funds. We typically use the wheel tax, as you know, to match our community crossings grant. And my question, I guess, would be to AJ maybe, is there sufficient money in wheel tax without jeopardizing our match?
Because of the MBH restricted fund, it would be fine.
Okay, thank you. I guess I can't ask AJ. He's gone. All right, so the funding is not an issue, is what you're saying?
Correct.
Okay. And the other question was, and I think you clarified it earlier, this was originally in the ARP dollars, correct?
Yes, that is.
This piece of equipment?
And we took that out of that.
Took it out, so it would reduce your ARP request by this amount of money, correct?
Yes. The document that I sent to council during that one council meeting, that one that you had a couple weeks ago, that was already reflected, so that has already been taken out, and that list is current without this piece of equipment.
Okay, thank you. Well, I know around the community, there's a street, Candy Street, that could use this equipment to get that repair finalized.
Yes.
And I'm confident that we have numerous locations around the city that will benefit from this piece of equipment. So with that said, I recommend that we seek or approve the $90,400 for the total patcher piece of equipment to be purchased by Equipment Marketing Company. Is that what you're asking, Randy?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's my motion.
I second that motion.
We have a motion by Scott, seconded by Joetta. I have a question, Randy.
Yes.
What is delivery times on this?
I believe it's about 6 to 8 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks, okay. Now, does that patch just the spot, or is that the one where you can make bigger patches?
This one will allow us to do bigger repairs in the road. So it's got an air compressor, it's got special, you know what, I'm gonna have Darren answer that question because he has experience with this.
Board Madam Mayor.
Hi, dear.
Board Works members, Attorney Whitten. I've been looking at this machine for a while. We use it on the toll road. I've gotten with the street department superintendent down in Lafayette, they have one, and was asking some questions with them. This is a great machine. You could take care of from anything from an inch deep, which people call potholes as well, but you could take care of that. It's more of a permanent thing. It lasts just as long as asphalt, as a new road would. Now, that, you know, with the talks of the sub bases and stuff, well, you know, that's a different story. But with what we went through this year with pothole patching, we've been out, today is our 40th day of being out there. 18 of those days we had 2 or 3 crews out. So the cold patch is gonna pop back up because of weather, cold weather, water. So with this machine, you're able to do 2 jobs at once as well. Okay, you can pothole patch with it and crack seal with it at the same time. While you're out there crack sealing, we could be out there, you see a pothole, just go ahead and fill it. The rock that we're gonna be using is like a number 12. It's tiny. So the quicker traffic runs over this, the faster it sets. And it crushes that little pieces of rock and stuff. But yeah, it does, as you can see on your paperwork, alligator cracking, which is described as an alligator with the scales that goes in squares, so you can actually spray the emulsion all over it on down the road, spray the rock on top, and basically you can roll it to crush it, so we don't want no accidents. You know, you apply that much down. But it's a mix, so it's more of a permanent. We're not gonna keep going back with cold patch or hot patch, because these guys have been out there, like I said, they're going back and forth. We hit Portage Avenue, been here for 2 years. I'd say we hit it 6 or 7 times already, you know, and other roads as well. But yeah, I was going around checking it out when I first started, And it could, like I said, it takes care of little things like that, alligator cracking, crack sealing, concrete. We use them on bridge decks on the toll road. You can spray that stuff right into the concrete, you know. So it's real good. I really would love to have this machine. You know.
I think a $1 a pothole is going to pay for itself really quick.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
we won't
agree.
be going to them like we have been. So, anything else?
So do you have, like, when you receive this piece of equipment, do you have like training on it? Because
Absolutely.
it looks
What
like
I'm
it's
gonna
kind of
do-
a,
Yes, I'm gonna
detail
have at
machine.
least, it's only a 3-man job. Got a driver, person operating it. It depends, if he's crack sealing as well and wanting to do pothole patching, it'd be 4, because I want a backup truck behind him for protection. All right. The training, I'll have 2 drivers and 2 laborers to start out with. So in case one's going on vacation or something happens, you got more eyes on it. If somebody misses something, as far as the machine wise, the others can correct it and everybody gets trained. Because that's one thing about this training. I've been doing it with the CDL guys. The laborers are getting their CDLs, and I've had them out there 2 up to 4 weeks of training. So they learn the truck well and stuff. But yeah, we will be doing a lot of training. The company, because the one thing I do is vendors, I want them in on everything. This company I've dealt with, they come out, they train you. They even send out, I'll give the drivers cards, laborers, and because it's a family-based company, they all have answers on how to run the machine. So if a driver's having some kind of trouble on the job, you can make a quick phone call if you wanted to. And they can say, hey, here's what you need to do. You know, so I've dealt with tar kettles, I've dealt with AMZs, you know, you throw the big blocks of tar in there. I dealt with them all, and once we got this machine, it was awesome. It's less of a mess on the guys too, and
is it pretty safe, Darren?
oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
You know,
I mean, nobody's gonna get burnt or hurt or anything.
These guys already work hard.
you're talking hot emotion, so that could be, but it's very safe, very safe. You know, it's got high pressure on them, of course, you know, to get the tar out, but it's very safe, you know. I've dealt with others, you know, where there was all kinds of clogging and stuff. I don't know how many times I pulled hoses off to unclog it and stuff because of the wrong rock. So I'm up for all training, and you guys will learn it. May take a while. We're going to go up when we get it. They already know what we'll have to do. They're going to fly in. They got their own plane too. So I'll bring them in, and we'll hook up the truck. Probably use the salt spreader for the little rock, and it'll pour right into the thing, and it mixes up with the emulsion as it comes out. But we're going to go up to Garrington School to start off with, because there's all kinds of things up at Garrington. There's potholes, there's alligator cracks, there's dips in it that you can take care of. There's cracks, of course, you know, all kinds of stuff. So if anybody wants to, I could let everybody know here if you want to check it out when we go up there for training. But he will do good training with it and make sure they all know.
Good.
You know, you can even do it with, even if there's water in the pothole. Of course, we're going to blow it out, but you know, you can actually work with this. It'll push the water out. The emulsion's in there. It's going to cover everything, so water doesn't get back in as well. So it's a very good machine.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other questions? We have a motion and a second, so all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Awesome, thank you.
Anxious to see that. Is there any other business to come before the board?
I have something, Madam Mayor.
Okay.
So previously, we'd met in executive session. We had discussed some litigation that was pending against the city, namely Troy Williams versus City of Portage. I brought to this board a settlement agreement. The board approved the settlement. Unfortunately, that settlement was never paid. The plaintiff's attorney filed a subsequent motion to enforce the settlement agreement because the amount is slightly higher now because the judge awarded fees to the plaintiff's attorney for the bringing of that motion. It's now $1,772.20. It's $400 or $500 more than it was before, so I wanted to bring this to the board to get you to approve this revised settlement agreement so that we can get it paid.
What was the total amount again?
$1,772.20.
I make a motion that we approve the revised amount of $1,772.20 and hope that this would be paid and settled as soon as possible so that amount doesn't increase anymore.
I'll second that motion.
We have motion and a second. Are there any further questions? What is the amount we owe Officer Williams?
So I think the pay in dispute was $200 and some. I don't know how much of this he's getting through his lawyer, but probably
Okay.
3 times.
We have motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Nina, would you please send the board a note to let them know when that was paid so we can put that to rest? Thank you.
So I have that.
Is there any other business to come before this board? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everyone.
See everybody.
Have a great day.